going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another episode of Mutt Mailbag. If you're brand new to the series, brand new to the channel, first of all, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. We're approaching 42,000 subs, and I want to get there, so let's do it. If you're new here, click that sub button. Appreciate you. All right, so Mutt Mailbag, it's a weekly series, sometimes 2 times a week, where we answer your questions. And I put out a post about 2 days ago and got a lot of questions. I'm going to try to get through them all. There are quite a few. We're going to answer them from the first ones that came in to the last. And I did go through all the questions before this video and read through them. Really, really good questions. I did delete some duplicate ones and ones that I just, didn't feel like needed to be in the video. So if I did not get to your question, or if you can think of a question, hang on to it, because I'm sure we'll be doing another one of these within the next 4 or 5 days. All right, let's get on into it. So here we go. When is Brian Dawkins getting a card? I would, if I had to guess, it's probably going to be Ultimate Legend. Ultimate Legend promo is coming in February. We're pretty close to February. It's not going to be this Saturday, but I think the following Saturday will be the first weekend where we see Ultimate Legends. And hopefully Doc is one of the first guys on the list, but that would be my guess when he's going to get an upgrade or another card. Are Ghosts of Madden players without power-ups getting some in Series 5? If you had to guess, my guess would be yes. We're going to talk about Series 5 in a moment, but I think when Series 5 comes, we will hopefully see all Ghost cards and all Team of the Year cards who do not have power-ups get power-ups. So that's my hope and expectation. When do you think Series 5 is coming? Next Friday? Question mark. Yes, I'm pretty confident we're going to see it this coming Friday. With the fact that Saturday Legends are done after yesterday, it just seems about right. There's no alternate currency in the Super Bowl promo, so that won't mess things up. And yes, I think Series 5 comes Friday. You can stay tuned some point this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll drop official prediction video, go over everything that I think you need to do to prepare, and just kind of what I think we might see in Series 5, so stay tuned for that. Pull the Lamar power-up. Should I sell him now for $50K or wait till NFL Honors and see if it goes up? The tough thing with NFL Honors is that those are limited cards, and they're going to be tough to get. Now, if they change the way you obtain the NFL Honors this year, I could be wrong here, but I would probably sell him now, because most of the people who are going to be able to afford the NFL Honors probably already have Lamar powered up. I don't think you're going to see a ton of people power him up from the ground up, but I could be wrong. It just seems like power-ups are very hit or miss this year as far as, investing on them. But what I would say is maybe not sell it today, being Sunday, because the market's been down all weekend. Maybe wait till like a Tuesday or Wednesday, middle of the week, and see if his price goes up. If it's staying around 50K, I would probably take the coins. Which packs do you find bring you the most pack luck when you feel like ripping packs? None of them. There's no pack that's maybe better than the other. I mean, you can risk certain packs at certain times. Like right now, today, there's 3 limiteds. We had a Mel Renfro, a Super Bowl limited that's out. We still have Eli Manning. We still have Chris McAllister. So a day like today, get a golds might not be a bad idea when there's 3 limiteds, but there's no certain pack that I will ever feel is more luckier than the other. And the odds, just remember this, guys. No matter how many YouTubers like myself or whoever on stream, on YouTube, no matter how many good cards they pull, how many good cards I pull, it's all luck, and it may or may not happen to you. That's all I can say. Be careful with packs. That's why I try not to promote them too much. Do you think the Super Bowl MVP set is worth it? And what is the cheapest way to get Steve Young to do the set? Right now, if you need a quarterback, Steve Young's worth it. There's more cards coming, so I personally am waiting because I don't want the Steve Young. The cheapest way is definitely to get 4 Super Bowl tickets. By now, you can get at least 2 from solos, and as of today, 3 from house rules. So you can definitely get the 4 tickets to get one of the free players for that Steve Young set. So definitely do that. At that point, you're gonna be 1/3 of the way done with the Steve Young set, or no, yes, 1/3. You would probably have to buy the other 2 cards. The market's been down all weekend, so buy right now, and then complete the set. That would be the cheapest way, in my opinion. What are the best overall cards to flip? I mean, that varies. I like to target 80 to 85, 86 overalls, like lowers. I don't try to flip the higher overall cards because they don't sell as fast. The low overall cards sell quicker. There's more of them out there. They're easier to flip and find cheaper on the auction house. So I would just shoot for like 80 to maybe 86, 88. But again, the market's been so down this weekend that a lot of cards are out there to be flipped. Do you think I should sell Mahomes to get Steve Young or hold on to Mahomes and see what happens in the Super Bowl? Possible Super Bowl MVP upgrade. I would definitely hang on to Mahomes right now. Steve Young's probably a better card, but that also goes to, do you like a left-handed quarterback versus a righty? If you're not used to lefties, you're going to want to get away from Steve Young, but the Young card's definitely better right now. A very, very good chance Mahomes would be the MVP if the Chiefs win. That's typically how things ride, and it's going to be on the Chiefs' offense more than likely. They're going to have to try to put up some points here on that tough San Francisco defense. So I personally, if I had Mahomes, I'm hanging on to him, and that would be my suggestion to you. What is the best D lineman for MUT 20 users? And I don't know if you're saying like you're a D lineman user, or you're just saying MUT 20 users as in players. What are the best D linemen? I personally had success this year with outside linebackers, putting them on the defensive line. So if you're unaware of how to do that, let me kind of show you my lineup really quick here. So if I go to my lineup, we have Von Miller, we have Lawrence Taylor. They probably have been the best defensive ends for me the whole year. So what you would want to do is go over to your specialist screen, and on the RLE and RRE, that's rush right end and rush left end, you want to put outside linebackers there. I definitely recommend, if you can afford him, Lawrence Taylor. He's probably been, him and Dion, I keep saying this every week, have probably been the best two defensive cards that I've used all year long. So Khalil Mack's another good one. We're going to answer that question in a moment here, but if I had to name one, it's got to be Lawrence Taylor. All right, so the next question is Mack or Miller. I talked about this in last night's video. Mack is the better card for sure. If you power both of them up to their 96 and compare them without any boosts, Khalil Mack's the better card. The thing that did it for me was that Khalil Mack, if you're starting from the ground up, is way more expensive to build out than it is for Von Miller, especially for me, because the 91 Von Miller I have is Nat from Series 1 trophies. The Von Miller power-up is basically stupid cheap because you can get him free from a solo, versus the Khalil Mack power-up you're going to have to buy. So that's the biggest difference. I think for the difference between their abilities on field versus the coins, I'm taking Miller because he's cheaper, and I think you're going to get the same, maybe slightly less production from Von compared to Mack. But I played a bunch of games last night, first night with Von, and he was getting to the quarterback. So I'm going with Von. I'm so broke from pulling packs on Madden. I'm on a cold streak. This is why I tell you guys, don't go crazy on packs unless you got a lot of coin to risk. What do? I will always tell people, flipping cards is the way to go. If you guys want the tutorial on how to flip cards, you can go search for it, but I know there is a feature on YouTube. I have not done this, but I'm going to say it now, so just check it. If you hover your mouse, or maybe your finger if you're watching on mobile, there should be a little thing that says info. I think it's a circle with an eye. If you click that or press that, it brings a little side panel down. I'm going to link that video. My card flipping tutorial is going to be linked, so look for that info. I think it's called the info card. I'm going to start using that to reference other videos, in a particular video I'm in right now, like this. Go flip cards. That's the best way to make coins. Go check out that video, that tutorial. Towards the end of Madden 20 or so, do cards generally become way more cheaper? Yes. I mean, we're seeing it right now. Who would have thought that at any point ever you would find cards as cheap as we're seeing them right now? And they're only gonna get cheaper, especially when Ultimate Legends come out, especially when we get like the summer blockbuster type promo, which we're a long ways away from that. NFL draft is coming after the Super Bowl. I'm gonna have a video kind of focusing on what's next in MUT, because there's a lot of new people that just started playing MUT this year, and they don't know what happens after the NFL season ends. So we'll focus specifically on that on a whole video. But yes, cards do get cheaper as the year goes on. Do you think the next Pat Tillman will be the best safety in the game, even though he has low acceleration and agility? Probably not the best, but he's still going to be pretty good. I would think that Series 5 is probably coming Friday. They've already hinted on Twitter, they being Jake, that we're going to get Pat Tillman upgrades. I'd imagine that it's going to be like You're going to be able to get him to 99, but you might have to wait a couple, like 30 days or so. He'll be really good again compared to the field, but I think at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, a guy like Sean Taylor is probably going to be king. Jamal Adams, like if Jamal Adams gets one more upgrade, that's an end game card for sure when you think about all the boosts and his height, his hit power. But I mean, Tillman's not going to be a scrub. He's still going to be a very usable card. He just might not be the best. I'll be rocking with him as soon as he gets another upgrade for sure. I have Steve Young, but I want to know if he's worth it, or should I downgrade a bit to the new Rodgers or someone like that, then use the coins left to upgrade my defense. I would probably always recommend spending your coins on defense. I'm hearing a lot of good things about Aaron Rodgers. I personally won't be using him. I'm going to stick with Vic until we either get another Randall Cunningham, or we possibly get a McNabb, or we get a really, really good Carson Wentz, because he's got some good abilities that he can get when he gets an upgrade. But I've heard a lot of good things about Aaron Rodgers. If you're good with using a left-handed quarterback, you probably want to stick to Steve Young. I think his price went way down once Rodgers came out. But the good thing about Rodgers is that he has that quick throw motion. And when, pressure's on and those defensive ends are coming at you, getting the football out quick, if you can make good reads, is very, very crucial. So I don't know how much Steve Young versus Aaron Rodgers is to power all the way up from the bottom, but if you already have Young and it's going to cost you a whole lot more to get Rodgers, I'd probably stick with Young, and yes, use the coins to upgrade your defense. But maybe wait another day or two. We're probably getting some more Super Bowl content, though market is down right now. It's also a good time to buy. But yeah, I'm spending my coins on defense versus offense 100% of the time. Is Von Miller worth the price right now, or should I wait? So I'm a little unprepared for this question because I have no idea how much Von costs, but let's go ahead and take a look. I will tell you this. Like I said earlier in the video, I played quite a few games with him, a lot of house rules, some weekend league, and he gets to the quarterback. Now, some of that could rely on your defensive scheme. I like to run a lot of 3-4 bear. It's a very good formation that I use to try to stop the run. So he's kind of screaming off the edge, and it's kind of designed that way. So I don't know if that's just more so the scheme that I'm running versus, his abilities. But you definitely notice his speed. He is going for, let's see here. I thought he was, he's a 95. My bad. All right. 95, Von Miller is going for 530. I know it's an opposite side of the football, but I am probably saying if you didn't have LT, I would probably spend the coins on Lawrence Taylor before Von Miller. What is LT going for? 330. So I know they're two different positions, but again, you can use that specialist screen that I showed you guys not too long ago. Also, keep in mind, level 80 gives you a 95 overall power-up pass. You also get another one for 175 daily objectives. So, check your series progression, see how far you're away from that. If you are en route of another 95 power-up pass, just wait, get them a little later. That price is a little bit steep unless you got, a couple million in the bank. And I personally would take LT over the Von. Serious, that card is just, it's so good. It's so good. Russell or Rodgers, I haven't used them both. Maybe the comment section can help him out on this one. I know with Russell Wilson, you can get Escape Artist, Dashing Deadeye, and QB Playmaker. And I'm pretty sure Russ is a little bit faster than Rodgers. I think Rodgers can get the same 3 abilities. I could be wrong there, but if he can get the same 3 abilities, he's a little slower, I think. But that throwing motion is much better than Russ. I'd probably go with Aaron Rodgers. That would be mine, but comment section, help him out there. The best way to get series trophies quickly, I'm in a crunch with the new series coming, and I have about 500 trophies towards the Madden collectible. There's only 4 ways to get them. Solo battles, which are not very rewarding. Weekend league, so I hope, if you're really in a crunch, I hope you played weekend league this weekend, because that's going to be the best way. Of course, you have the seasons. Seasons are semi-rewarding. If you can get into the postseason, you start seeing some good value there. Right now, you should definitely be playing house rules. With the house rules, every day, the win counter resets at 6 a.m. but if you get 25 wins every day, you get 50 trophies. It's not a ton, but if you're not very competitive and you're not really like winning a lot in Weekend League, House Rules is going to be a lot easier. It's not as rewarding, but it is going to be easier. As far as quickest goes, though, I mean, literally you just have to play the game. That's all I can really say. You just have to be grinding for the next, up until Friday. Try to keep getting those wins and seasons in Weekend League. And don't forget to check your series multiplayer progression awards, which will also, every 25 wins or so you get trophies there. Yeah, you got to play online. That's pretty much it. Have you ever thought of being an EA MUT consultant or getting a job working for them? They need some hardcore players. Honestly, I would love to. If EA ever offered me a job, I'd say yes in a heartbeat. If it meant bettering the game, bettering the Ultimate Team game mode. I've made a lot of videos for EA, like a lot of opportunities. They've reached out to me to have me make videos for them. So that's always cool. I'm always very appreciative of that. And it means they value my content and what I do. So yeah, if the opportunity ever came, I would take it in a heartbeat. I would say if that happened, and this is super duper hypothetical, but if it did, it may mean that the end of my YouTube channel per se. I don't know. But that's not even a bridge we need to cross right now. But I absolutely would do it for sure. How come no one is talking about the market crash? I talked about it yesterday, Nick. We put out a video. I spent about 1 million coins on training. Prices were stupid cheap. I don't have my training point spreadsheet pulled up right now, but it is down below in the description of every video. Make sure you bookmark that. If you want to update it yourself, you go to File and make a copy, and then you can edit it yourself. But there definitely was and is, and I have been mentioning in this video, a big market crash this entire weekend. Any chance we can get an Eagles team video? I'm such a bad person to you guys sometimes. I keep telling you that I'm going to update the Eagles team. I'm going to drop some gameplay, and I just don't keep doing it. And I don't know why. I'm just waiting for the team to get better. I will be honest, I'm petrified to bring them into Weekend League because of the cornerbacks. My best cornerback on that team is like an 87 overall. It would be very bad. I did think about playing this house rules with the Eagles team, so there's still a chance I may do that like Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So maybe we'll do that, and that'll be at least a way to get some gameplay with them, and it won't be as sweaty because of house rules not being incredibly difficult. So maybe we'll do that. What team is the best to use? Exclude the Eagles. 49ers for sure. 49ers has the most all-around balanced team, and the fact that they're in the Super Bowl now, we're probably going to see more cards that would help towards that team. 49ers for sure. Ravens are really good. Patriots are really good. Eagles aren't even really one of the top 5, I don't think, just because the cornerbacks are god-awful, and we don't really have a running back other than 91 Miles Sanders, who isn't fast. Can you get Xbox next year? Absolutely not. I mean, there may be a time and point where I'm on both consoles, but I've been PlayStation for life. I've had every PlayStation ever, and I'm going to PS5 for sure. What should I do with my series trophies? I am going to make a video on that this week. Right now, hang on to them. I mean, you can use them towards a Madden collectible, but you might want to wait until EA announces Series 5. Typically, when they announce a series, they tell us who the competitive master is. And if it's somebody really good, then you might want to risk getting your trophies cut in half just to have a leg up or be in the race to get that new competitive master faster. So hang on to them right now. We're going to talk about that in a separate video coming this week. Which of the 3 Super Bowl pass players should I choose when I get the 4 tickets? None of them are great. I would probably go with either Clay Matthews, unless you already have like LT at right outside linebacker, or Timmerman's pretty good. I always like to get free cards and use them towards my offensive line or fullback or defensive tackles, like positions you don't want to spend a lot of coin on. So like whoever your right guard is now, if Timmerman's way better than your current right guard, get Timmerman, sell whatever right guard you have, and use that coin to upgrade skill positions like wide receiver, halfback, quarterback, the guys that really make a difference. The trenches don't often. Touchdown pack or quick sell, you guys who follow me on Twitter already know you always take the coins. What suggestions do you have for pocket passers? I tried to counter the OP edge rushers. I mean, to me, you can't really use pocket passers in this year's game. You can try going with like protected and use Montana or, you know, a pocket passer, but to me, you need somebody with escape artists. It's necessary. So try to look at maybe Aaron Rodgers, because I think he's a great hybrid. He's kind of a pocket passer, but he has enough speed and he can get the abilities to get outside the pocket. What overall do you think the Series 5 power passes will be? I think we'll get a 96 and a 97. I'm pretty close to getting a 96. I'm like 12 daily objectives away. So we know we're getting a 96, and I think I'm maybe like, I want to say like maybe 30, 40 days from a 97. So I think we might see both in Series 5, 96 and 97. Favorite year of Madden, probably, I'm gonna change it and say favorite year of Mutt and Madden was probably Madden 25. I was pretty solid in that game, and it was good times, good times. Best way to get coins fast other than trying to snipe players, I'll say it again, check that info tab. Flipping cards is the best, most efficient, productive way to make coins in this year's game. Order of positional importance, like QB would be first. After that, I don't know. On defense, it's always going to be cornerback, linebacker if you're usering, and I would probably say safeties this year because you can put a lot of safeties in the linebacker position. On offense, wide receiver, I would probably say halfback, then wide receiver. Well, yeah, halfback before quarterback for sure because of the way the running is this year. But I'd probably say like halfback, quarterback, wide receiver, and then tight end and offensive line. Haven't been able to escape pressure lately. Do you think it's a good investment to get a faster QB? Absolutely. Absolutely. Offensive line, I don't know how much it's going to help. You got to have solid cards, but like I rarely notice a difference between a 94 overall right guard and a 96 or 97. So definitely get a faster QB. We've mentioned Russ. We've mentioned Rodgers, Steve Young, lots of good options. Do you think Mahomes will get another upgrade? Absolutely. They're not going to not upgrade Mahomes. He could probably get the 99 overall Super Bowl MVP, but there's no way like this is his last card. Now I must assume my favorite free safety, Paul Krause, is not going to be a Mutt. The only hope we have right now is Ultimate Legends. There's a lot of names out there. Krause, McNabb, Javon Curse is one that we didn't see a card. Last year we got Bill Romanowski, who was new to Mutt. We got him for Ultimate Legends. We haven't seen him yet this year. Ocho Cinco. He's even tweeted that his card is coming soon, but we have no idea when. So I don't think it's out of the question that we'll still see some new names this year, or even old names that don't have a card in this year's game yet. So don't lose hope yet. I hope Paul Krause gets a card. You should try bundle battles with a different YouTuber. Me and Kep have talked about that. You may see some collaborations with like Pack Wars or something with me and Big Kep. Who will be the Series 5 Master? We're going to save that for another video, prediction video coming this week. But I do think it'll be a defensive card, and I'm going to guess it's going to be a cornerback. When do you think TJ Watt gets a new card? I don't know, but he certainly deserves one. I would stay patient. I'm sure EA knows that he deserves one. So stay patient, and that's it. I can't believe we got through all of these questions in a somewhat timely fashion, approaching 25 minutes here. I thank you guys, all of you that submitted questions. Thank you for watching the series and continuing to support it, because it's going to go as far as you guys want it to go. You keep asking me questions, I'll keep answering them. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.